what happened tonight is, to me, something quite amazing. Matthew Goldstein is a force, and he's a force for good. Coming out like this and not just supporting the many faculty members that have resigned. And by the way, the union and articles are lying about the numbers, and they're playing all sorts of games about how many people have resigned. A lot of people have resigned. You're going to get real numbers soon in the media. And a shout out to Alex Nestor, who's done such a fabulous job covering this and getting more realistic, although inexact numbers, because no one has exact numbers. Shout out to her at the Washington Free Beacon, because she's been covering this too. But they're playing a lot of games. One of the things they're doing is people sign what's called a blue card when they sign up for our union, where the union had pushed this tiny little language that says, and no one even sees this or reads it because they're trying to trick you, that you can only resign 10 days out of the year. Now, you didn't hear me wrong, 10 days out of the year. And so people who want to resign now are getting rejected from resigning, even when they send a letter of resignation saying, well, it's not within those 10 days. Come back to us in February. That's the game they're playing. So does that violate the First Amendment? Yes. There's not been a case about it yet, but it clearly violates the right of association. You can't force somebody. And there's also no consideration here in terms of contract law. So it violates multiple laws. But that's what they're doing. And they're doing that to play this game about how many people have actually resigned. So they're lying about two different numbers. They're lying about the people who have actually requested resignation, which by now is easily into the triple digits. We know that. And they're also lying about the people who have fully resigned, even the ones who didn't have a blue card issue. The union lies. That's what they do. They're very good at lying, actually. I'm not so good at lying. I always tell people, they always laugh when I say this, but I'm not kidding. I don't lie. You know why I don't lie? It's too hard to remember what I said. I can sit here and tell you it's a moral thing. It is actually a moral thing. I don't like to lie. Some people are excellent at it, and they've become very good at it somehow. It's way too complicated for me. I don't want to deal with that. I mean, you really do have to remember what you said when you lie. I can't deal with that. I'm too busy. I can't. I'm sorry. Dealing with having to remember something that you said that was not true, I can't. I don't have time for that. I'm not going to do it. So I don't lie for those reasons. The union is very good at it. They'll tangle all sorts of webs, make up this, cover that, pronounce that they're not anti-Semitic while listing a whole bunch of anti-Semitic tropes. That's our union. That's our union. So are they lying to you about the number of people that have resigned? Yes. Do they want to come on the air and talk about it? No. Because people who lie have a hard time remembering all the lies. Again, another reason James Davis won't come on my show with me. So I've sent him 3 letters. He's a coward because he hasn't responded to any of them. He won't come on my show. He won't talk about the resolution. He won't talk about how many Jews are left in the union. How many Jews are left, James Davis? People would like to know. How many Jews are left? Somebody told me a few weeks ago that there was another conversation amongst the union members. You ready for this? Maybe you should sit down for it if you care as a human being about other humans. That there was actually a conversation among union members, if we enact this resolution, a lot of Jews are going to leave. And the impression that was given to the person who told me this, who was there in the meeting, was that they wanted the Jews to leave. That was part of it. You get it yet? Do you get it yet? James Davis, come on. Let's talk about it. Come on my show. I was a member of your union for 17 years, James Davis. Do you want me back? No, because I talk about the truth. It's not convenient for you, I know. I wish it was more convenient for you. James, I wish it was more convenient for my grandparents and their parents when they were in Auschwitz. I wish it was more convenient for them. It is a miracle that I am here. A miracle. I shouldn't be here. My unused parents were murdered, gassed by the Nazis. My Tati's parents were gassed by the Nazis. My Bobby's parents, my father's mother's parents, my Zaidi's parents, my father's grandparents were gassed by the Nazis, James Davis. They were gassed to death. Think for 1 second what that is to live with. You're not going to talk about Jewish civilians dying in Israel at the hands of terrorists? James Davis, all four of my grandparents lived in actual concentration camps in Auschwitz. Every day of my life growing up, I saw the brand, the number that was on their arms. I saw the way my Anu, my mother's mom, cut an apple. Every part of the skin had to have no flesh on it. You know why? Because you was in the Holocaust. You understood the value of every morsel of food. You, James Davis, are an anti-Semite. Your resolution says that it doesn't care about innocent Jewish civilian death. You're an outrageous human being. You are a Jew hater. You are, more than that, a terrible human being, and you're a coward. I sent you 3 emails not because it's easy, inviting you on my show. You who doesn't care about Jewish civilian death. I invited you on my show. You know why? Not because it's easy for me. I'm sitting here crying right now, thinking about my grandparents and their parents. I invited you because I don't want that to happen again. Ever. And you're starting it again. I'm not going to let you, James Davis. So I'll have a collegial conversation with you, and I'll expose your views, and I'll expose what you said. You know why? Until my body is cold and hard and dead in the ground, I am going to do every damn thing that I can do to make sure that what happened to my family never happens to another Jew again. You know why? Because that's the only reason I'm here. I shouldn't be here. I shouldn't be here. Chancellor Matos Rodriguez, resign. Pick which one. The union or CUNY. This is not going to happen again.